Now, listen, you guys, it seems like the Transformer is out there pleading with us to have sympathy and is also getting mad at people that are calling karma on her. And we're also going to be talking about this entire situation with, Stephen A. Smith. It seems like, well, he is making his stance known when it comes to the Sean situation. And we're also going to be talking about the recorded conversation from Tony Busby, who is the lawyer that is handling these allegations that we've been covering. Now, it is also being revealed that there is a male, plaintiff also in the same lawsuit. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let us talk about this entire situation with the Transformer. Now, you guys, yesterday she decided to go on live and she was literally almost about to break down, talking about how CPS has been on her case because of her kids, and basically saying that there are people that are prank calling the CPS just so they can get her in trouble. And what was concerning for me, or what was rather surprising to me, is soon after she did that entire Instagram live, I did see her promoting her whip shots. So I'm just looking at that with the way that she sounded on that live, you would really think that she is somebody in distress. So the last thing that I expected was a follow up with the business thing. Like, that's the last thing that I expected, number one. Number two, talking about how she was basically talking about the CPS worker, talking about, oh my God, I'm going to dox you. I'm going to, drop your details as well. You cannot be asking me questions like this because basically I'm rich and my kids get to enjoy rich privileges. Now, I do understand her distress in as far as them disrupting, of course, her kids' lives and stuff like that. But when her entire argument of why they shouldn't investigate her lies around the fact that she's rich, she spends this much amount of money. Like, if you listen to the whole, rant, you realize that majority of, the reasons that she was actually giving, they're all based in, oh, I've got so much money, oh, my kids have got this much material things, and I'm just like, girl, like, I do hope that she knows better than to try and play with CPS by doxing them. There is a limit to what money can do for you. I mean, the recent developments with the two Shawns should tell you that, well, at some point, money is not going to be able to solve all your situations, because she was like, I don't mind paying 30,000 to my lawyers. And I'm just like, girl, do you realize that all this money you're spending on lawyers, like, is that even necessary? Because it's like every single day she's got something, and she's got something that she's, taking to her lawyers. I know that her lawyers love to see her coming, because listen, that's a literally walking money tree for them. Because if it's not the CPS, it's a blogger. If it's not a blogger, it's just random people. It's your husband. If it's not your husband, and I'm just like, go. Please stop. Now, somebody in the comment section commented and said that, well, that is the karma that you get. And she went off. She was really mad. She was like, oh my God, what do you mean karma? What have I ever done to anyone? And stuff like that. And I'm like, girl, are you forgetting that just last month we were talking about you and your sister, and you were defending your sister when she was steady shading a toddler? Your sister was out there tweeting those ABCs in trying to insinuate that somebody else's son is slow. You tried it, and when people were calling out your sister, you stood right by your sister. So now you're standing there, and I'm just like, do you even listen to yourself when you speak? It's literally a month ago when this happened. Your sister was trying to be shady to a child, and you defended her for doing that. But today you want us to sympathize with you. Today you want us to say, oh, look at what they're doing to me. The only people that I feel sorry for in this entire situation is Culture and her siblings. As it when it comes to you, girl, like, nobody gives an F, okay? Because you surely are able to dish it, but you're not able to take it. And we're not even going to mention that your own fans were out here doing even worse to Nicki Minaj. But what did you do? You guys were laughing about it. Oh, she deserves this. Oh, this and that. Oh, this and that. And all of a sudden, the world has to stop because now it is being done. It's being done to you. That's insane, in my own opinion, okay? And the more she keeps on talking, the more ridiculous she sounds. So let me know in the comment section, you guys, are you feeling bad for the transformer, or are you just like, it is indeed karma? She went crazy when somebody said karma to her. She doesn't like it when people hold her accountable. She's like, we never ever put that anyone. Yes, you did. Yes, your sister did. And instead of calling her to book, what did you do? You applauded her. So stop it, okay? Stop it. We're not your little people that you can just toss around and use to, oh, sympathize with me now. Oh, let's laugh at this woman now. Oh, we don't do that. And other people were also saying that, well, it's giving PR stunt, and I do get where those people were coming from, because immediately after, she was promoting a whip shot on her page. So yeah. But anyway, I will insert you guys that at the end, because I know that not all of you are interested in listening or hearing on listening to that, or hearing whatever she had to say. Now, the next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about the story that is hot at the moment, and of course, I'm talking about the Sean C. Oh, they're both Sean C's. Okay, the Sean C.A. situation. Okay, I'm avoiding to use his name because, well, word on the street is that there might be some censorship that may be happening on the social media streets when you mention or you type his actual name, allegedly. So yeah, that's shown, you guys. It is actually being alleged that, well, there is another person, there's another plaintiff also in this entire situation, a male who is allegedly saying that, well, he was also young when he was taken advantage of. And I'm just like, this is getting interesting, okay? This is absolutely getting interesting, because you mean there's another victim that is coming up? And it seems like this Tony really gathered all his facts and points and is really coming in, swinging really hard. And at the same time, there is also footage that this Tony lawyer is saying that, well, is available, where there are men that allegedly were reaching out to one of his clients and were basically saying that, well, you know what, you could really get paid. And according to him, these men were from from Fraudulent Nation. And so, yeah, this is just to prove that, what he's saying is the truth. I'm not saying that what he's saying is the truth, but I'm saying that he's bringing this forward to substantiate his claims that, there are people that are being sent to, coerce people to sue him so that it can look like he's a dirty lawyer. And then people will now say that, oh, well, if he's capable of doing that, it means that the man from Fraudulent Nation is innocent. Now, I don't know how this play is going to end, because it seems like these are two Alex Spears that are meeting, in the sense that they're both willing to get down when it comes to it. Okay. It seems like, well, it's going to be a very, very interesting case. And it does seem like this man will not allow himself to be intimidated. So let's see how everything is actually going to play out with this one. Now, still speaking about that man, of course, Stephen A. Smith came out, and I am documenting all these people, you guys, just so in case in the future these guys try to backtrack, we can come back to these videos and say, well, this is what you said. So Stephen A. Smith, as expected, you guys do know that he is one of the Sean Carter lap dogs. He really does go hard for that man, and he's saying that, well, he believes that the man is innocent because, well, he knows the man on a personal level, and it's also because he has known the man for 20 years. That's his argument. Okay, so because of that, definitely the girl has to be lying, according to Stephen A. Smith. And the funny thing is, he said the same thing about Didi. Like, he basically said, innocent, I don't believe it. And when it came out, he started throwing him under the bus. Okay, so now even in his rant, he said this is no Didi stuff. That's what he said, basically saying that the situation is not the same. Jay is a way better man than the Didla and stuff like that. Now, I do hope that it is true, because if it does get to the other Sean Combs, that, while they are saying that he's worse than the Sean Carter, then yeah, he may be triggered to release evidence and footage to say, okay, so the industry is willing to throw me under the bus, but when it comes to the other person, they are protecting him. So I do hope that the likes of Stephen, I'm sorry, know exactly what they are doing, because they might trigger somebody who was willing to protect others to actually start talking and actually start releasing footage. Sometimes I just wonder, and I'm like, are they even calculative with what they do? Because him sitting there and saying that, well, this isn't Sean Combs, this is Sean Carter. Imagine Sean Combs hearing that whilst he's sitting in jail. And if it is actually true that they have had some dirty dealings together, don't you think that that would be triggering for him to actually prove that no, actually we're the same? So this Laffy Taffy alien, honestly, yeah, is very laughable in my own opinion. So I will insert you guys what he had to say, and then you hear for yourself how ridiculous that old man sounds. Like, oh wow, it's absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so yeah. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. After I insert the snippets of Stephen A. Smith as well as the Transformer, I don't think that I'm going to be coming back. So that being said, thank you, and do not forget to instant brew. It is going to be the pinned comment. You guys, please don't ignore this. Please do go and subscribe there, because from the 28th, I'm not going to be posting on this channel, because this would require me to actually take time and post and stuff like that. So I will be posting on my backup, because I'll be recording on the go, you guys, because I need to also have a holiday. But I also do know that I need to keep you in the loop. So go and subscribe to Instant Brew. That being said, until my next one, see you.
A new lawsuit this week alleges Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs, a 13-year-old girl more than 20 years ago, after an award show after party. The suit was filed in New York Southern District. That's the same jurisdiction currently holding Sean Combs in a federal jail on basically that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. A couple of things. I don't know Sean Diddy Combs. I've met him on a few occasions. I've spoken to him on a few occasions. I don't know whatever truth or falsehood is associated with his name. I haven't cast any guilt or innocence upon Sean Diddy. I simply reported it. It had Ryan Smith, legal analyst, on 1 minute, Eli Honig, CNN analyst, on another, Ellie Honig, a CNN analyst, on at another occasion, dissecting and analyzing the case against Sean Diddy. The reason why I broached that was because his homes were raided in both Los Angeles and Miami by Homeland Security. News had been percolating, and it was clearly evident that an indictment would be forthcoming, and that clearly they were going to go after Sean Diddy Combs. That is the United States government. Mr. Busby is not that. He is a lawyer. I am not going to sit here and dismiss or excoriate Mr. Busby or his client, who's anonymous at this particular moment in time, and the allegations that she has leveled against Jay-Z. Here's what I will say. I'm broaching this story right now because we're talking about a friend of mine who is Jay-Z, somebody that I've known now for 25 years. And I'm going to state for the record, not calling anybody any names, not challenging Mr. Busby or the accuser, whomever. I'm telling you, I've known this man for 25 years. And I'm saying, for me, Stephen A. Smith, there is no way in hell I believe this about him. The Jay-Z that I know is the Jay-Z that I've seen around teenagers, and he doesn't even want us playing the kind of music we kind of listen to in hip hop. He made us turn it off. That dude who was in concert in 2004 performing alongside R. Kelly, who he grew to dislike a lot, particularly because of the allegations that were leveled against him, who found things like that despicable and abhorrent. Anybody that's been around Jay-Z and knows him has seen him come to the defense of the most helpless amongst us, which are the children. I can't believe for 1 second that he would ever be associated with an allegation like this. And I felt it was important to bring that up because you got people out there. Stephen A., you had something to say about Diddy. Why aren't you going to have something to say about Jay-Z? Well, I don't know Diddy. I've met him a few times, talked to him a few times, absolutely. But I've known Jay-Z for 25 years. I don't believe it. Now, that's as far as I can go because, again, if you can't provide eyewitness evidence to refute the allegations that have been levied against anyone, it's irresponsible to go over the airwaves and go any further than that. It is not irresponsible to point out who a friend of mine is. Somebody that I've come to know and love and don't believe for 1 second would be capable of such a thing. That's not irresponsible. That's love right there because of what you know about a person based on your personal interactions with them along with the people that have been around them. I don't believe it. And I tell you what also made me comfortable enough to come on the camera and say this to all of y'all. That quote that Jay-Z gave. Put it up there again, because I want the audience to see it again. I want to read the quote to you, okay? These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Bam! What he's saying is, let's go. Let's go to court. Who is she? I got children at home. Beyonce's my wife. You think I'm going to let you talk about me like that when I got to explain to my children, your dad is not a rapist? You think that's a conversation that I want? You think I'm going to let that slide? That's what Jay-Z is saying. I have not spoken to him since these allegations have come down. Again, I was in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi. Not that the phones don't work there. I just haven't spoken to him about it. But I'm telling you what my personal belief is. First of all, I wouldn't believe that. Secondly, a 13-year-old? No. And I understand that everybody in this day and age got to be careful about where you go and what. I got that. I understand it. We weren't eyewitnesses. We can't castigate the accuser. We can look at the lawyer as an ambulance chaser because he's pursuing a civil suit which involves money as opposed to a conviction that'll send you to jail. I get that. But I'll be damned if you could be friends with somebody for over 20 years with a platform like I have and various others have, and not at least acknowledge the person that you know and the person that you've been around and the person that you've spoken to, that you've come to love, you don't believe is capable of something like that. I don't think it's a crime. It's not a crime to say that. Now, again, we'll find out more, and the story probably won't go away. But the number one reason I felt comfortable enough to come out and say what I said is because of that quote. Put it up there one last time.
Interview my cousin, interview my baby dad, interview my children, make my kids show their stomach, make my kids show their arms, make my kids show their thing. This I'm gonna ask my daughter, mind you, like my daughter, like, y'all already know how culture is. Like, she's very preppy. She's very preppy. Like, she practically lives in a glamorous bubble. Like, so she practically lives in a glamorous bubble. She's very spoiled. Like, it's like she practically gets everything. And even when she gets in trouble, like, she don't even really get screamed at. You know what I'm saying? Because she's such a good kid. This, do mommy hit you? Do you see drugs in the house? Do you see this and that in the house? And as she asking those questions, I'm on FaceTime in the hospital bed, and my baby dad is like, you know, in the presence, and I'm cursing her out because it's like, yo, the fact that my kids have to go through some shit like this is so annoying, and it really pisses me the off. Like, it's like one thing that I do and my baby's father do, like, it's like we are like such great parents. And so then after that, we're asking her questions, and I'm going to show you. I look so chopped because I'm in a hospital. I'm asking her, like, it's like, so anybody could just give a call And every single time they call your line, y'all could just come to my house and come harassing us when you want to and how you and when you feel like it. Shit, it's crazy. So then they've been harassing to get my children school information. Mind you, I know my kid's school is gonna see this video, but I been like, no, because the claims that they made, you already interview my kids. You interview my kids for 30 minutes and you want to go to my kid's school to ask them questions and shit like that. And that's the type of shit that bothers me. Because on my son's school, I spent $35,000 a year. On my daughter's school, I spent $45,000 a year. And I'm not even one of those parents that just send my kids to school and just send them to just school and whatever. Like, I'm a parent that volunteer for shit. As y'all can see, I'm a parent that every single time that like my kids have an event like trick or treat trunk, I spend hundreds of dollars decorating the trunk of my car, pleasing my kids. Whenever my daughter has an event, a school event, I'm there all the time. When there's a presentation about kids, I'm there all the time. Parent-teacher conference, I'm there all the time. Like, I'm a real active mother. But it just bothers me that I will have CPS go to my kid's school. Mind you, my kids are one of the few kids that are colored. And on top of that, they have young ass parents that stick out like a thumb. So it's just like, for that type of shit, like, y'all want to go and interview schools, then blah, 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 because y'all want to do too much is annoying. So now, a month later, because I didn't give them my kids' information, now they want to fake come back to my house again, interview my kids, look at my kids, tell them to raise their pants and blah, blah, blah. And they're also asking me for my brand new daughter's information and her name and all that stuff. And it's like, why are you harassing me for my daughter's information? What that has to do with anything? And then on top of that, like, it's like, my daughter doesn't even have a social security because I don't want nobody knowing her name, her information, anything. So why are you harassing me? And you're harassing. And there was cops that went to my house with rifles, putting guns on Offset Uncle's head. We stay quiet about it. Every other time, people are calling the cops on our house. Mind you, nobody lived there but Offset Uncle in Georgia. Now, y'all take it too far, doing shit involving my kids. And it's so crazy because with this dumbass case, a frivolous case, I have to spend money on a lawyer. And it's so wicked. So wicked. But on my mama, whoever the fuck who you is, you probably a bitch ass or a retarded ass fan. Whoever the fuck did this, on my mama, real bad crosses finna come to your way. Real bad crosses. In the name of the Lord Jesus, bitch, I fuck with you. Because a lot of y'all just don't have any boundaries. Any boundaries when it comes to anything. To anything. Like, sometimes this is the type of shit that fuck y'all be like, y'all be so mad at celebrities. Oh, y'all mad at celebrities. They just live a better life than me. I hate my life because I have to work so hard. And y'all just think celebrities just don't work hard. But the shit that we be having to deal with, it's insane. And I'm so sick and tired of this. Bitch, you keep harassing me. You keep harassing me. And there's actual kids out there that is getting abused. There's actual kids out there that getting their ass beat. None of my kids have ever got touched. None of my kids ever got a little pow, a little whooping, a little nothing. None of that. None of that shit. And you out here harassing me. My kids live like kings and fuck queens. Like, for crying out goddamn loud. They go to Target every single time they get good grades. Something they're supposed to be doing. And y'all want to be harassing. Cause bitch be annoying. You wanna be the cool bitch in your little office. While there's kids out there that's getting their ass beat. They're getting starved. Their parents ain't shit. Their parents on drugs. They don't have no assistance. But you wanna be funny, bitch. Talking about you gotta interview my kids again. And that you're going to go to my kids' school. And that you need my daughter's information. Why you need my baby girl information? You being a nosy. That's what it is. And on some G shit so petty, bitch, that I'm gonna fight you for it. If I have to pay $30,000 today to my lawyer so you could go fuck off, I will. And bitch, I will give your information out too. Just cause. Stop playing when it comes to my kids. You want to be annoying. You went up and down my crib. You interview everybody, including my child. You interview my daughter Culture for like 30 minutes. And she was like, she was just like, what the hell is going, like my daughter was so confused. And I have videos too. And then in the videos, I look like a chopped cheese sandwich because, like I said, I was hospitalized. In the video, you literally tell me in the state of New Jersey, if somebody call and make a claim, we have to go and investigate it. So anybody could put a frivolous claim, and even after you check, you still want to harass. No, bitch, being annoying. Somebody talking about karma. What karma? When have I ever bothered anybody? You motherfucking word karma. What? Karma what? When have I ever bothered anybody? I don't fuck nobody. I don't touch nobody. Like, bitch, being annoying, and you're being annoying, and you're doing the most because I'm a celebrity. Mind you, bitch, fuck kids out here that their parents don't even buy them a coat because they. And you should be harassing them. You want to keep fucking me to my house. You want to keep fucking lawyer. You want to keep hitting up my team. Now you want to come back to my house again, talking about you got to interview my kids again. You keep harassing me for my child. What do my baby girl, my 3-month-old baby girl, got to do with anything? You want her information so much. Yeah, we want her name. We want this. Guess what? She ain't got no name. Want to know why? Because she don't got no social security. Now what? Now what? And there's nothing for me to hide. There's nothing for me to hide. All because a fuck fan, y'all want to be annoying and take shit too fuck far. But I'm telling you, I don't know who the fuck you are. I will never find out who the fuck